It's not me if I'm not dropping shit. I swear. Perfection. All right. Sometimes it takes me a couple minutes to prepare for the reading, and that means putting on protective jewelry. Welcome as we start. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna roll the dice. Pisces, 7th house. Pluto. No, that's Mercury. Vacation, 7th house. Libra. Pisces. There might be something intuitive that's about to happen that you might kind of like be picking up on a little bit. Let's see. Like somebody you're crushing on. They might. Okay, hold on. I don't know yet. Oh, okay. Maybe that's the 7th house. Okay, so we got curse in reverse. Ha! That rhymed. I didn't even mean to rhyme right away off the fly. All right, this is going to be a good reading. Okay, so we got a curse in reverse here with the 7th house and Libra. So justice has stepped in on something. Mercury energy would be this Jaws energy of going deep. That's about going deep. Is that why you keep... Oh my God, okay, I've got this fucking song in my head and I'm like, I'm ignoring it because it's Fight Music by D12. I don't know if you ever heard that song, but it's like, all I can hear is Bizarre is rapping in my head. What if I'm handicapped? The bitch said Bizarre couldn't rap. I fucking hate you. And that's all I'm hearing. I'm hearing Bizarre. It's like the same, in that loop. I'm just hearing the same loop. So what if she's handicapped? The bitch said Bizarre couldn't rap. And I'm like, I'm hearing it. And I'm like trying to not listen to it because I'm like, that is so interferable. But like, it's coming around because this seems like a curse in reverse would be this combination here with the fly. Something got interfered. Hello, chat. Something got interfered. Or interfered with. Fucked with. Because like in the fly, I don't know who that is. I forget who the bitch is, but they're like starting to see each other. That's like Goldberg or Gold, whatever his name is, right? they're like starting to see each other. They're like partners or something. And then all of a sudden he starts turning into a fly. And she's like, yeah, I gotta go. I don't want to hang out with you anymore. You look fucked. Pisces energy. Oh my God. Okay, we're getting to the message. Okay. We're getting to the message. Okay, so somebody disfigured you. So they made you drastically change your appearance right as you were dating somebody. So it was like, and like, it kind of fucked with them because they just found somebody that was like perfect for them, and then like you cut all your hair off. Or they found somebody perfect for them that they feel is perfect for them, and then suddenly their appearance just changed. Like they got super obese, or they got, I don't know, you got scarred up or something like that. Frankenstein, he's all fucked up. He's a bunch of different people's body parts and shit all put together. So, yikes. Okay, this is not getting any better. Somebody's been like, I think they got some egg spell going on. If it's a curse in reverse, they might have like put you into a oh my God. They put you into an egg that began to rot. You see, I can see this light start flickering all of a sudden behind me. And the way that I saw it, because I'm like, damn, how the fuck? Immediately my mind always goes to, how did they do it? How did they do it? And all I saw was somebody like take an egg, like an actual, egg, uncooked, and they had some tool. They had like a Dremel or something, like the ladies use when they do your nails. And they dremeled this little tiny hole in the top. And then they put this little piece of paper with your name on it. And they put it inside the egg. And then they covered the hole up. And they let the egg rot. Which started to disfigure you. Think about the curse. So the curse is about the ring. The little girl in the well. Right? She gets all like, fucked with for being in the water for so long. Oh my God. Okay, now we have Candyman in reverse, which is, okay, and then Fate. Forbidden and Fate. And then Friday the 13th, it's Friday the 10th. Man, we're getting close to Friday the 13th again. Okay, but we are on Friday. And then there's Freddy in your dreams, and then Hereditary. It's almost as if somebody like you, okay, I don't know if you suddenly started dating somebody and then that's like, how you get a new like friend group with those friends. Okay, and it's like you started making your way into a new friend group, and then somebody in that friend group fucked with you. It's among a group of people. Somebody in this group of people fucked with you and then disfigured in some way. So then whatever this relationship was, Pisces energy, right? Could be like the fish. It suddenly, the whole thing got fucked with. I'm like, I don't think it was somebody in your family. I think this was friends. I think this was close friends. Oh, my nose is so itchy now. It seems like close friends acting like family, acting like they know what's best for you and they can make the right decisions for you and all this. And you're like, what? Like, I feel like somebody broke up with you, out of the way that everybody else felt about you. Because, I mean, if they truly loved you or liked you and you started to change, or like you cut all your hair off or some shit, made this drastic move, they would have stayed with you. But if everybody else went against you, then suddenly now there they are with the pitchfork and the fucking fire going after you all of a sudden, like you're the problem. Ugh, I really do not like this egg card. And I've never gotten anything out of that before. And this person, like, they just wore this mask right in front of you, like they were their best friend, and they were enemy in disguise. There's neighbors. Yeah, those are enemies in disguise, right? They act like your neighbor. They act like they're your best friend. They've got your back. Well, I'm your neighbor. Obviously, I've got your back. You know, I'm always watching out for you, buddy. Come on. But what does your neighbor do? Your neighbor spies on you. Your neighbor ends up finding things about you that you don't even fucking want anybody to know about. If you've got shitty neighbors, you're fucked. Because those, like, they can become your worst fucking nightmare. Honestly, I've known people that have moved because of their neighbors. I have moved because of neighbors and because of dealing with people. I mean, my goodness, who hasn't had something to do, had to go out of their way to do something because of everybody else's fucking little mouths or opinions on something, or the fact that some people are just way too nosy. They just get into shit. They get into you. They want to know everything. It's really shitty energy when people can't just fucking mind their own business. They got to get up all in your business, wondering what the fuck you're doing. And this person got all up in your business, or these people got in your business. Like, they got in your relationship. They got in the middle of you. They got into you. They put something into you. And I feel like whoever this person was that you were dating, I mean, it kind of looked like that was it. Like, that could have been a really good relationship for you. And now it's like, was it? I mean, now what are you going to say? Like, are you going to blame it on black magic? I mean, geez, it's hard to say. Because, like, I mean, if it's coming up, some type of spell is coming up, I'm not going to be the one that debunks it and is like, yeah, right, nobody ever can do spell work. If anything, I'm the one that's got to believe it the most because it's in the fucking cards. So this is kind of disgusting the way that I'm seeing it, to be honest. And, like, that could be somebody's just filth all over your name, just rotting your name, getting it into your neighbors and talking shit and saying shit, right? Acting like, and then suddenly this person is now unavailable. Now suddenly they're unavailable. They're not going to take your calls. They don't want to be around you. They don't want to see you. And, like, I feel like whoever this person is, you had some type of, like, pretty deep connection with quick. Okay. And these people did something to that because they saw that you two were very much alike. It's almost like some small little group wants to try to remain small, you know, or this person doesn't want to be a part of that anymore. Because now it kind of seems to me like you're appearing in their dreams, like, constantly. Okay, so you're constantly coming up in this person's life. I don't know if they're seeing you. I don't know if you are in their dreams, but it seems constant now. They seem to always see you now. So everything's coming back to them because I think the spell is broken now. So it's kind of seems like that means that the energy is off you too. The spotlight's off you too, which means you're finally able to build a friendship together again, which will lead to something else. But if somebody doesn't make that call, then, I mean, it's hard to say who's the person who wants to eat shit, but somebody did something bad. And the person who did something bad is the one that's going to have to come back around. Not the person got all disfigured and shit. Not that person. The other person whose friends fucking did it all. That's how I see it. And I mean, again, it's just an analogy. Ooh, celebration with Carrie. See, I do see quite a bit of people against you. and they froze out on you quick. And it's kind of seems to be coming to an end. That's what the universe wants to talk about today. Anyways, 1530. That is quick. That's a quick reading. Welcome, everybody, to this beautiful reading on a Friday night, even though that wasn't really a good reading. That was kind of a shitty reading, but welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everybody doing? I hope everyone's doing good. A lot of new faces. We're just reading tarot cards. No need to apologize. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to do one more reading, and then that will be most likely it. All right, here we go. Take what resonates and discard what doesn't. We are starting off fresh. Warlock in reverse. We have witchcraft again. What else is new? Here we go. A little curse here. Some spells. So some warlock is doing spells on you? Doing magic on you? Doing rituals on you? Jesus. Okay, so you have an ex-boyfriend or an ex-lover that is doing shit to you. Okay, they're from the past. They're watching you. All right, and there's the fly again. Like, we're getting some inside information. Spirit's giving us the inside information, and somebody's panicking because of it, or somebody's going to panic now because you know this. Okay, so you got some dude on your ass trying to do witchcraft. Okay, they're a vampire, they're a lover, they're a hater. Okay, 1 minute they love you, 1 second they hate you. Like, I mean, this person's up and down, which is why their witchcraft is coming out, because clearly their witchcraft is what you would call full of shit. Okay, it's ass backwards, it's contradictory. One day they hate you, one day they love you. Next day they hate you. The universe is like, fucking make up your mind. You can't just put spells out there and then put hexes. And then put spells and then put hexes. And then get a voodoo doll. And then take all the pins out the next day and then start kissing the voodoo doll. Like, what? What the fuck? Okay, so clearly this person has a voodoo doll with your name on it, with your picture on it. One day they love it, one day they hate it. Okay, they're interrupted, they're interfered. They have something nasty attached to them, and that thing that's nasty that's attached to them is attacking you because they can't be with you, right? Or, like, I mean, who's to say they can't? Okay, who's to say they can't? That's the thing. You're only a loser in your own fucking mind. So I don't know if this person's even attempted to try to get back together with you, but it kind of just seems to me like they're a loser in general, and they just went straight to witchcraft. And then all of a sudden, they like you the next day, so then they try to take the witchcraft back, this isn't fucking witchcraft. This is Satanism, obviously. Okay, witchcraft is just a word that people like to use because they think it sounds cool, because it sounds crafty. Ooh, you're a witch. Ooh, that's such a cool word. Give me a fucking break, okay? It's actual energies out here. This is not a game, okay? So somebody is massively interrupted by you, and they're hot and cold, and this hot and cold energy of them hexing you and then taking it back and then putting a spell on you and then stabbing your voodoo doll, it's got the universe in a fritz, okay? They're starting a storm. There's altogether 4 storm clouds here with fucking lightning. The universe is pissed. You can't do this. You can't just go back and forth, hot and cold, and then do your fucking witchcraft off of how you fucking feel that day, and if you're menopausing or not, or PMSing, or testosteroning all of a sudden over somebody. Like, That doesn't defy your witchcraft. Get your fucking shit right, because now the universe is involved because somebody is being, this is like putting a drunk driver behind the wheel. Is that a good idea? Survey says no, never really a good choice to drive and get behind the wheel and perform. Correct? Why the fuck is this person getting drunk and doing witchcraft? It's the same fucking thing. It's the same thing. Oh, God, this is annoying. I'm sorry. Like, I appreciate the energy. I appreciate the message, okay? Coming out and warning collective, but this is like, people are just going too far with this witchcraft shit and calling it love. Ha! Okay, because there's the devil. Now, is the devil involved with love and lovemaking and putting everybody together? No. Again, how fucking stupid is this person? Now we have the Conjuring. Great. So they're on haunted land. Okay. Well, that actually makes some sense. Wherever they live could be haunted, and that's why they keep attacking you, because they want you to come and save them. Like, you're the Coast Guard, okay? Get your fucking shit together, save your goddamn self. Okay, like some fucking woman's supposed to come out. Honestly, these fucking little boys and wanting mommies. Okay, they want a mommy to come save them. They want a mommy to cook them breakfast. They want a mommy to do their dishes and do their laundry and clean up after them. They want a mommy to go purchase the big stuff at home. They want the mommy to do everything. And dudes who don't grow up marry mommies. Okay, I couldn't believe once I really started to like hate my grandmother because of how narcissistic she is. Well, she's dead now. I started noticing how much my stepmother is like my grandmother. They both have red hair. It's frizzy. They're both Satan's mistresses. Okay. They're lying sacks of shit. They use their health against people so then they can narcissistically control everybody because one day they were sick. Okay. And they might die because of it. All right. And I realized, wow, like my father married his mother, like straight up. And then my mother married a pedophile, which is her father. Her father is a pedophile. I mean, I was thinking today, I was like, and my mother, I don't know if my mother's talking to a therapist because my mother and I still have unagi, like we can still hear each other. And I heard her say to me in a dream the other night, why do you think you never spent, because my grandfather's dead, her dad is dead. Why do you think you never spent the night at your grandfather's? And when I thought about it, I was like, I used to spend the night at my Oma's all the time, but I never once spent the night at my grandfather's, ever. Never, ever. And why do you think that is? Because my mother wouldn't let me stay at her, because I think my mother was more focused on her father being a pedophile than her husband being one, right? Because she obviously, when it's almost like when you are completely fucked, okay, then you'll marry what abused you, right? So my parents were so abused by their parents, even though it didn't really look like it. On the outside, doesn't matter. On the outside, they look perfect. On the inside, they were so fucked that I think they're starting, because like I don't talk to them, but I think they're starting to put it together. And if they're not coming to terms with it in reality in 3D, they're coming to terms with it somewhere, because I can hear them and I can see them. And my mother was in my dreams last night for the first time, and she lied in this group of gods, like on Justice's stand and everything. And she knew she was lying. And I thought, oh shit. Like, you can't, I mean, I guess they do say, what you bring your lies to the grave. I mean, if you're going to carry them, and you're going to be that fucking hung up in your pride, you'll never admit that you did something wrong, ever. You're never going to say, oh yeah, by the way, I'm really sorry I did that. Oh yeah, by the way, I want to make things right. If you can't come to terms with what happened, you can't come to terms with how to fix it. It's never going to get fixed. You're going to crawl under it and use it as a crutch. Or you're going to tower over it and control everybody with it, so then nobody asks you what's going on. Okay, so obviously this person is under some type of spell. They might be focusing their energy on one thing while they're getting attacked by something else because they don't know where to put the ammo. They don't know where to put their energy, right? Because they're not putting their energy on the right people. They're putting their energy onto the wrong people, onto you, onto the ex-girlfriends, onto the ex-boyfriends that tried to walk away. Why don't you point the fucking gun at the person who victimized you first? Not the person who walked away from you because you're too fucked up to be in a relationship and they'd rather better themselves. Okay? No. You put the gun in front of the people who love you instead of the people who hurt you. And that's called displacement. Most people won't call their parents out. My whole family fucking hates me, okay? Because I called my fucking stepfather out, who's now dead, by the way. So why does anybody fucking care about my stepfather? But because my mom's holding on to it, they're going to hold on to it. Same with my stepmother. She did all this damage. She's not even in my family. It's not like I'm having a fight with my father. I'm having a fight with fucking his wife, who's a liar. Why am I getting, right? But the family's not perfect now, and I ruffled the water. Therefore, I am the one to accuse, right? That's what happens. And when you better yourself, you realize that the people who are accusing you after you just told the truth, that could have taken you years to tell the truth, you're like, okay, just keep calling me a liar. That's fine. That's why I don't hang out with you. And you realize, like, now that when I really thought about it, I feel like the people who have a lot of friends are bullies because they need those friends. They need to gossip. They need to talk shit, which is the same thing. They need to do shit. They need to act like children still. They need to have their friends around them to make them feel high and mighty and popular and like they mean something in the world. Okay, so there's whoever this person is tripping on you and hating on you and accusing you of a lot of shit. One of the main things is they could have accused you of walking away from them when they were the ones that were haunted. Again, you walked away because they were starting to hurt you because they're haunted. And then they come and attack you. Why are they haunted? Probably the penis that got put in their mouth when they were 2 years old. Or maybe the dad that rubbed up on them their whole entire lives. But they're going to displace it, okay, still 20, 30 years later and put it on a collective. Because now it's fuck you collective. You just called me out for being an asshole because I won't heal something in the past that I'm still putting in everybody's faces and making them eat every day. Okay, which is why healing is so important. You don't just keep shoving shit into your closet and hoping the door will shut. Clean some of this shit out. Get it on the table. If your family fucking erodes after you come clean with something that's the truth in your family fucking sucks. Okay? Get over it. Walk away. They're arsenic. They're fucking poisonous. They're toxic. They don't love you. They don't want to love you. They don't want to understand you. They want to live under their little bubble where they feel like their family's going to protect them, which they never fucking have if you're not there. Okay? And if they're not doing anything about it. So your family and the things that they've done to you speak volumes, okay? These people who have put spells against you, okay, who have done rituals, actual rituals to come and fuck with your life because you broke up with them because they can't handle what their family did to them. Please, please, please remember, you want to go out there casting your shadows and casting your shit on innocent people, it will come back to you 10 times fold. I know people want to believe it's 3 times fold, but when you're doing it and you know you're doing it and you're being a fucking asshole and putting shit out there because you can, 10 times, bitch. 10 times fold. Comes back, smacks that dick in your face so fucking hard, you're going to lose your teeth. Okay, so whoever wants to fuck with you, just know you want to throw some shit out there, the universe is going to clap back at you. Okay, and eventually you're going to be the person that ends up in the ditch and you're not breathing anymore. Black magic is not funny. It's not to be fucked with. It's not to be toyed with and just, dragged in front of people's faces as if you walking away from them to better yourself is a fuck you to them. Of course it's a fuck you to them. But if they just get their shit together, you wouldn't have went anywhere. Now, would you? No. But they can't, for the life of them, even admit that they did something wrong. Because if they could, we wouldn't be doing this reading right now. Okay. And that's the sad part is people who don't heal and take their shit out on you and then clap back at everybody for their fucking what their parents did to them 30 years ago or 20 years ago or 100 years ago. I mean, those are the Ted Bundys of the world. Literally, they're the ones walking around, but they want to make an excuse as to why they want to hurt people because they know that they're fucked. They need to do something about it and get better, but they don't want to. Right? Because who really wants to get better when you want to be an asshole? People who want to be assholes and alcoholics and hooked on phonics do not want to be good people, which means no, they don't give a shit about you. They're not going to try for you, okay? And they're going to say every time you walk away, oh, by the way, I'm going to kill myself if you walk away. Oh, yeah, honey, if somebody has said they're going to kill themselves if you walk away from them, that is not love. Oh, good God, that is not love. Okay, that is called an ultimatum. And since when have ultimatums ever been healthy? No, absolutely never. This person is such a vampire. And it really sucks, you know, because this was your ex-boyfriend. I read this Instagram the other day that was like, always remember that the person dating your ex thinks they won the lottery. Okay? Please remember, this is an ex-boyfriend. This is somebody who had sex with you. You allowed them into your body, and they put a voodoo hex on you. Actually, not voodoo. They put, I don't know, some type of ritual sacrifice hex on you with a voodoo doll, and every other day they curse it, while every other day they come on it. Okay? So, who's the fucking joke now? Right? The person who's on the fucking table or you? The one that they're fucking jerking off to. I mean, seriously, if people were to just get a clue and be honest with themselves and honest with the people around them, we wouldn't even have tarot. So, I mean, I'm thankful that so many people are full of shit and just out there casting on other people and out there just pointing their finger at everybody else instead of, you know, I don't know, looking in the mirror every now and again and like maybe thinking that sometimes you did something wrong and that pointing your finger at people is not the answer. But I don't like to overstep. I just like to bring the message. Pardon me. I'm drinking Coca-Cola. I needed some energy because I had a feeling this reading was just going to drain me. And what are we at? 32:57. This is the fastest readings I have ever done online. I swear to God. I am so hot right now. It is like 10 degrees where I live. Woo! Oh, that's such a nice breeze. That's what I needed. All right, come on in. I did this pastel the other day. What do you think of it? It's called The Aura of a Crow. And it's all oil pastel. Actually, can I turn this on? Hey! There it is. So it is very hard drawing with oil pastels. I just want to say it is extremely challenging. So that's my beautiful bitch I stare at now here. I've been painting so much. Actually, not really painting, pasteling and sketching so much recently. Because I don't want to tattoo myself. I have to calm down a little bit. Okay, all right, intermission over. Actually, that's where I smoke a little bit of reefer. And then we're going to come back on and do one last reading. Oof. My God, the wind is just howling right now. All right, let's do a ruin reading, actually. I haven't used the ruins because I lost the book. All right, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. This is the last one. Hey, Perfectly Imperfect. What up, Danny? All right. Jira. Harvest. The cycle of 1 year. All right. Reward, gain. All right. We got a reward coming in. God damn, that breeze. Engwaz, the earth god, fertility, eternal growth, new life. Damn, what is going on? All right, I have one left. It's the P, and I can't find it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Joy. Prosperity, fellowship, self-worth. Okay. So, obviously, the earth gods are bringing in something after this cycle. Now that this cycle's over. Oh, that air. God damn! Can you hear that wind? Wow. The wind gods are here. Well, the earth gods just showed up, so wind just came in the window when I said that. Okay, so the wind gods are here. The wind gods. Okay. Earth and something. All right, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. This is going to be a very positive reading, people, considering we just had 2 awful ones. Joy and light. Passion, higher perception. Universal oneness, transcend. Thrive, tolerance. Animal energy with channel. Ooh. Starseed. Hood love, community. Whoa. The higher self. Resurrection. I can. And nature. I know I can be what I want to be. Hup, 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 hup. All right, so you are going to become something you want to be, apparently, in your community. Hood love. Okay, so obviously, something that you're starting here with the star seeds. So we did, obviously, you just closed up a cycle, which means if you just closed up one, you would start another one. Okay? So, like, you start the seedlings, germination process of the next harvest. So you're going into your next germination phase, okay? And this next harvest it has something to do with your passion. Like, honestly, I don't know if you're a farmer. I'm getting a farmer right now. Fucking Farmer Joe, fucking Ranger Joe. And I read this thing with this farmer who grew onions And he used to take naps in his onion fields after he planted the seeds, and he would take hour long naps, okay, like just sprawled out in the middle of the soil, conked out. And he did this for years, and he had the best harvests possible. There was another man I read about who planted sunflowers, and his crops were so bad one year that he put speakers all around his farm, all around his acreage, and cranked classical music, and his sunflowers grew the most, like the highest they ever have, something like 10 feet, he said. And it was the highest yield, and the way it started was the slowest yield. Okay, so sometimes, like, what starts off bad can end really well if you know what you're doing. And if you're thankful for it, okay? If you're thankful for what you're doing and for your passion, like, you know what I think about a lot of times is I try to think about Jelly, okay? Good old Jelly Roll, all right? He is so thankful. If you hear an interview done by him, all he does is thankful. Okay, he was on a run with his trainer the other day. His trainer was making the video, and it was his birthday. And his trainer was like, "Look at it, like we're going 5 kilometers so far." And then Jelly goes, "Yeah, man, thanks for running with me." He's paying the guy how much money, okay, to coach him, and he's thanking him for coming out for a run with him. Like, I'm just like, oh my God. I mean, that guy is so thankful. And like, I don't even know if he realizes he's doing it anymore. I really don't. I think that guy is just so thankful for everything that he just will always say thank you, no matter if it needs to be. And it's not like he's saying thank you. It's so much more subtle than that. It means more than that. The way he says it means more than just, thanks for being here, or thanks for coming. It's always like, man, thank you. And you could tell it means something to him, right? You can't fake pureness. You really can't. Like, I was trying to explain that with art today. I was like, you can't fake the artist and the art behind the artist. You can't. You can be a fake artist all you want and fucking mock people and whatever. That's not what I'm talking about. You can't fake your art. And your art is a self-explanation and a self-explanatory and reflection of who you are. It's a representation because it's what's inside of you, right? And you know what's so cool? I went to a penitentiary and I went to the art room, and the art that these prisoners made while being in the pen, I thought, like, even in the pen, even in the darkest place, these men had color and passion and drive all from their third eye. They're not looking at anything. They're in a fucking jail. What are they looking at other than 4 walls? It's all in here. It's all in your third eye. It's all what you can imagine it being, and then making it a reality because you care that much. You want it to fly. When you love something, you're not going to watch it struggle. And if it is struggling, you let it find its time. Okay? You let it find its way. Right? You don't force it. You don't throw it off the fucking cliff and go, oh, if he fucking flies, he flies. If he doesn't, I guess he's dying. When you love yourself, that shit doesn't happen. You don't do that to yourself, right? You love yourself, you give yourself, and you trust yourself, and you make the moves when you trust yourself because you fucking trust yourself. Okay? So something is like bang on to happen in this next, like, probably 6 months, because this is going to be a big transition. Like, this isn't just a little tiny portion of your life. If we're talking about a year, then let's talk about the next 6 months. Okay, so bringing your passion, you become universally one, which means you transcend obstacles, right? Obstacles are only put there for you to see that life is not easy, and sometimes you fall and you stumble and you hurt yourself. And you know what I realized too recently with the whole hurting yourself? Like, what is pain? Like, I stubbed my toe and I, made the, right away because it did hurt. I'm pretty sure there was blood. But then, I don't know, maybe like 10 seconds later, I was like, well, that doesn't hurt anymore. And I was over it. And then I tried to figure out, like, what is pain other than just a feeling? If you get over that feeling because it's just pain, it can't control you anymore. It can't hurt you anymore, right? You are now in demand of it. So I think, and like, fuck how people overreact to things, okay? Take people's reactions that you've seen out of the equation from now on, because so many people overreacted in your energy that what you saw was not a direct reflection of even who they were, right? So it's almost like I feel a lot of memory on this is how it should be done, or I want it to be done this way. Just be thankful that anything could work at this point in time, which means not to derail you from, you know, doing your dreams, but to try to control every aspect of it. I feel like people are going to get the wrong idea of what their dreams really are supposed to mean to them, right? Because to have your dreams come true, it does not mean that you stop working. It does not mean that money just flows into you effortlessly. Having your dreams come true is much more than that, right? Just realizing that you can function in this world without a third party signing your paychecks is succeeding in my mind. Okay, having your passion and being able to and being able to control that aspect of it just being a passion, and wherever, as long as you are driving the boat, you should be fine. Like, I mean, if it's your passion, you're driving it forward, and it's literally, as a metaphor, a boat, would you just leave it on full throttle and walk away? No. Okay. Would you even maybe leave it on half speed and walk away? No. The only way you're going to walk away from that driver's seat is if you're in neutral, okay, and you're idling, and you trust that nobody's going to fuck with the boat for 2 seconds where you go to look at something, or you turn the fucking engine off. But you don't just leave the steering wheel. Okay, not while something's on. So why would you leave your passion? Why would you leave your inspiration? Why would you leave your job, right, on full throttle and walk away? You never would, right? So this is somebody now, I think, going to go and get that respect that they deserve, because they're finally channeling the energy of, I can't control this. Sorry about that. I don't know when I went out, but anyways, it's almost like now that collective has their past, it's a lot easier to drive now. Like, once you have 20 years of experience, right, you're still going to watch what everybody else does, but you're a lot more confident behind the wheel. This is a lot more confidence, and that's where you get your hood love, right? Because the more confidence that you have in you and your product and what you're doing, what you're putting out there, then the more people can appreciate you. Like, people aren't just going to go gung-ho for a company or for somebody if they haven't tested your product, if they haven't tested you, right? They're not going to give you a testimony without you completing the job first. Okay, so it's like somebody's definitely, because of how much they're learning, it's helping their starseed every time it reactivates. Because then once the harvest is over, you have to stop for a second, right? And then you start your next one. So there's the act there. With crystal technology, it's almost like, keep a very clear tempo if you can. Okay, for the next little while of whatever it is that you're trying to produce. Stay with your higher self, okay? And try not to lower your vibration, right? Because the lower vibrations are going to tell you that you suck, right? You're awful. Your work's no good. No one's going to love you. No one's going to appreciate you, right? That's going to be the low vibe. You keep yourself powerful and more attentive and more higher, right? Then you stay closer to your path, right? Because there's a lot of things that you can do in this world, but there's going to be a lot of people that say you can't, right? And I feel like at this point in time, if you at all understand negative energy, don't post anything until you're already doing it. Okay? Never post, this is what I'm about to do, this is what I'm about to do. Too much sabotage. Either post it while you're doing it or post it once it's done. Okay? No more fucking around. Right? This is a good start for somebody, and it's a good affirmation that whatever it is you're going for, the more passion you put into it and the more you believe in it, the more you're going to get from it. If you don't really believe that it's going to do anything for you, it's probably not going to do anything for you, right? And it is hard to believe, right? It's hard to put all your eggs in one basket, right? And say like, oh, I fully 1000% trust what I'm doing and blah, 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 because it's not always how much you're willing to work, but like when you're doing your own hustle, if you don't do the work, you don't get anything. Right. And so that's why people learn the hard way. Of people, you know, that want to run their own businesses and be their own boss, like great, you know, great affirmation, great way. But like, remember, you have to work your ass off now. And if you don't work, you don't get sick days or vacation pay. That's it. You fuck up, you're done. You got to go back to fucking third party signing your checks again. Right. So whatever this analogy is, it's really about keep that positivity bright. Okay. Because if you are in prison, whether it's the analogy or not of just like in a dark place or in a place that you're kind of trapped in and really you can't leave, there's an exit of eventually, it's not in sight right now, right? Then keep it positive, because somebody wants to feed off your energy in that negative place, which is probably why you're there, right? I feel like a sum of collective got put into this nasty little rat race about how much some of your karmics believed you deserve to eat shit, and then you actually had to. Okay. So along with that, and keeping your creative expression alive, because it is hard when you're in a dark place, it's very hard to keep the light on. Okay. But remember, without it on, you're in a pitch black. It's a lot better to be able to see, okay, at least something, than be able to see nothing at all. Okay, so try to remember that. That's why we do the readings. That's why we turn the lights on for everybody, to let you know that these affirmations, these things that you're going through, you're not fucking crazy. There is somebody else out there going through the same thing or going through something very similar, right? Affirmations are just affirmations. That's all they are. Sometimes they're bang on. Sometimes my affirmations are exactly what's going on in my life, and I don't realize until 2 or 3 days later, right, on the readings. I mean, they are generally within 48 to 72 hours. Always have been, whether you're going into the past or into the future, right? So it tends to be around this time all the time. So, but they're timeless. So whenever you see them, it's just about the time around you. That's really all it means. So anyways, peace. 52. We did it. It was actually 52-51, but as I said it, I knew it was going to be 52-52, so I just said 52-52. Bang on, baby. All right, thank you so much for liking the video. Okay, I'm not sure if we're going to do questions tomorrow or if we're going to save the questions until Sunday, but I will do tarot questions and answers, obviously, in the next 2 days. I just don't know my schedule quite yet for the lives / readings and pre-records I have to do. So stay active on the lives. Thank you so much, Danny, for thumbs upping. Thank you for thumbs upping. Thank you for liking. Thanks, Danny, for doing her moderating awesome jobs. Yeah, I hope it resonated. All right, send your questions in my way. And thank you for subscribing and liking and doing everything that you do. All right, happy Friday. Be safe out there. Peace. Goodbye, everybody.